In America, we're obsessed with the hustle. We post these sleek, high-definition quotes on social media about grinding while they sleep. But let's be real for a second, most of us absolutely hate it. We love the idea of success, but we despise the alarm clock. I spent the first 18 years of my life hating every single second of the early morning. To me, the sunrise wasn't a gift, it was a threat. I'm Ethan, and for 10 long years, from the time I was a scrawny 10-year-old kid until the day I packed my bags at 18, my dad was my alarm clock. But he wasn't the gentle nudge kind of dad. He was the lights on, blankets off, boots on kind of guy. He believed that if the sun beat you to the field, you had already lost the day. Every single morning, Cinco Hayman, it didn't matter if it was a humid July morning in the Midwest where the air felt like a wet wool blanket, or a bone-chilling January blizzard where the wind felt like jagged needles on your face. We were out there working. Looking back now, I realize I didn't just see my dad as a parent back then. To my 10-year-old self, he was a warden. I felt like I was serving a decade-long sentence for a crime I didn't commit. I looked at my friends who got to sleep until 9 a.m. on Saturdays with a burning envy. I thought my dad was cruel, trapped in an old-school mindset that didn't apply to the modern world. For a decade, I watched the sun rise through a thick lens of sweat and resentment. I made a silent vow to myself. The second I turn 18, I'm sleeping until noon for the rest of my life. I saw sleep as the ultimate form of rebellion. I thought that by escaping the 5 a.m. call, I was finally escaping his control. And when I turned 18, I did exactly that. I moved to the city, got a job in marketing, and tried starting a couple of side businesses. Primera, YZF Inaji free. Number 5 a.m. wake-up calls. No freezing fields. No heavy boots. Just me, my laptop, and my own schedule. If I wanted to wake up at 11 a.m., I did. I felt like I had beaten the system. But freedom without a foundation is just a slow-motion wreck. By the time I hit 28, my life was a mess. My startup had folded. I was behind on rent, and I spent my nights doom-scrolling, and my mornings waking up feeling like a zombie. I had all the motivation in the world in my head, but I couldn't actually do the work. Sitting in my apartment staring at a final notice for my electric bill, I realized that without me dad there to pull the blankets off, I didn't have the strength to pull them off myself. Motivation is a liar. It is a fair-weather friend that leaves you the moment the temperature drops or the task gets boring. I went back home for a weekend, needing to breathe air that didn't feel like failure. I sat on the porch with my dad and confessed everything. He didn't give me a "it'll be okay" speech. He just pointed toward the horizon and said, "Ethan, the corn doesn't care if it's raining. The weeds don't care if you're tired. They grow anyway. You either show up or you lose the harvest." It was never about the dirt, son. I cared about the man you were becoming while you were in it. That hit me like a freight train. I realized my dad wasn't trying to make me a farmer. He was trying to make me unbreakable. He was teaching me that discipline is the highest form of it has the ability to keep a promise you made to yourself long after the mood you set it in has left you. I went back to the city and started the 90-day discipline reset. I went back to 5 a.m. The first week was pure hell. My brain screamed for one more hour of sleep, but I kept hearing my dad's voice. The weeds don't care. After 30 days, the fog cleared. I wasn't just getting work done. I felt a pride I hadn't felt since I was 18. I was back in the driver's seat. I've distilled those years into 5 survival skills for the modern world. First, discipline outlasts motivation. If you only work when you feel like it, you are giving fluctuating emotions control over your future. Second, the morning is the only time you truly own. By 9 a.m., the world starts asking for things. 5 a.m. is for you to build your armor. Third, hard work is a muscle. If you don't use it, it withers. Fourth, nature doesn't negotiate. Windows of opportunity close. If you sleep through them, don't complain about the poor harvest. Fifth, respect is earned in the dark. I realized my resentment toward my dad was just a mask for my own weakness. He gave me a gift I wouldn't appreciate until I almost lost everything. I know there is someone watching this who feels like they're re-drowning in their own potential. You have the ideas, but you lack the anchor. Don't wait for a sign or a feeling. Be your own alarm clock. Wake up your spirit before the world has a chance to tell you who you are supposed to be. If this story hit home for you, or if you've got a lesson in discipline that changed your life, I want to hear it. Drop a comment below. Read every single one. And if you're ready to stop drifting and start building a life of purpose, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. We rebuilding a community here at Healing Stoic Tales for people who aren't afraid of the dark, because that's where the growth happens. Join the family, and let's win the morning together. My dad was right. The plants don't care about the weather. The world doesn't care about your excuses, and neither should your dreams. Get up. Let's get to work.